to make my addition here. So you put something with the little blanket. I was drinking a protein drink. It was carrying on about being lumpy. I didn't get it stirred up well enough, so
it was nasty.
It was not. It tasted fine.
What was that little black thing just floating in
there were no black. It was Sowbug is what it was. Sowbug
how was
mug.
that Sowbug?
A little extra protein.
Did it
good.
scratch on the way down?
No, actually, it's pretty slick. They just kind of slide right down, Daniel.
Okay.
My goodness, Sowbug them all the time.
Do you really?
Oh, sure.
You
Don't you eat Sowbugs? I do.
Is that you, that old lady out there
with the big floppy hat?
Yeah.
Skimming the water for Sowbugs. Make Sowbug stew.
I can picture that.
I do. I make Sowbug stew. I do like to wear a big floppy hat when I'm in the yard.
How would you cook them?
Well, they're better cooked softer. They're kind of hard if you don't cook them. Okay. I have an addition. When Sharon was on here before, she thinks she failed. We're not sure, but she thinks she failed to mention the address. If you'd like to send a monetary contribution, you can't get over to Bull Shoals. It's the Bull Shoals Food Pantry at P.O. Box 691, Bull Shoals, Arkansas, 72619. So if you can't get over there and actually drop off some money or drop off some items, money's always appreciated because I always mention to you, because I like to, ask for contributions of the Literacy Council too. That's near and dear to me. We have to keep the lights on at these places. So not only are food contributions always necessary, but sometimes monetary contributions just help keep the electricity flowing so they can open those doors to help people in need. So once again, it's P.O. Box 691, Bull Shoals Food Pantry, Bull Shoals, Arkansas, 72619. Thank you very much. That was my PSA for the day.
Good for you.
I'm all done now. Very happy.
We have with us now
a crowd.
Yeah, we do have a crowd. We have a
crowd
huge
who do not want to talk about what I was drinking. Judy's like, over here. She's about to get sick.
We have Judi Fagan, Melody Sykes, David Taylor, Hunter Bailey, and Julie Tilley with us.
And they're all like,
and it's up to you to figure out who they are.
Figure out who is who. Okay.
We could be anybody.
That's right. Just make up a name.
We're here to
Elizabeth
talk about
Taylor.
The Last Dance. Mm-hmm. And for people that don't know anything about it, tell us about it. What's the concept?
In 2002, I was supposed to speak at prom time to Cotter High School. And I had been doing that with some police officers for several years and trying to discourage young people from taking risks at prom by drinking and getting behind the wheel of a car. And I had a friend over in Bryant that was a police officer doing a similar show, and I went to the principal and I said, I really want to put a different twist on this. And I asked him if I could come on and we would do a car crash reenactment using his students and all the emergency personnel in Baxter County that could participate to extract them from the vehicles. And we would do a number of things leading up to it to prep the students and to do some workshops focusing on drinking and driving and drugs and driving and kids that are introduced to a lot of risk-taking in high school. And he was wonderful. He let me come through the door and we did it, and I thought it would be a one-shot deal, and we had a lot of participation with the schools, and the community showed up, and the bulletin gave us big headlines, and we walked away happy. And the next year it had a heartbeat, and I got called to Mountain Home, and so 10 years down the road I've done 11 in 4 counties. It's been little bitty groups of several hundred and great big groups of 2,800 at the rodeo arena one year. We bussed in 8 schools. It was bigger than life. It's a powerful program. It's personal. We do a lot of stuff for 2 months leading into this event. And so I've been in several counties, but when I'm in Baxter County, the hospital has always been right by my side. And this year I got a call, and they have a new accreditation. Got Melody here representing the hospital, and they said we need to have a dedicated community event. Could the Last Dance be that for us? And I said yes. And as I thought about it 10 years down the road, I said I'm going to retire and I'm going to pass the torch and let you have it. So this will be my last year to do it. And I'm going to hand it over to the hospital for them to adopt this event for the community for forever, how long they can do it. And so,
it is a large undertaking.
Have you taken part in any of these events previously?
I've never taken part of one here, no. And so this is Judy's baby, and so
you're in good hands.
We're trying
with this one,
to honor that.
Now, what's your role at the hospital that this is passed to you?
Well, I'm our trauma registrar, which means that I make sure that our trauma patients who come through our new trauma system are put into our registry that then goes to the state. so with that new trauma designation, we are now a level 3 trauma center at Baxter Regional. With that trauma designation comes some responsibilities. You know, and Spider-Man, he says, with great powers comes great responsibility.
Right.
So part of that responsibility is to have a really good injury prevention plan and to have it out in the community so that we don't get as many patients as we could, because you know we don't want that. We want you to be safe. And teenagers are dear to my heart, and they're dear to a lot of us in the trauma department. And so when we were thinking about what we could do, and we knew that there hadn't been this program in a couple years, and we thought this would be just a wonderful thing for us to do, because it can grow as we grow. And so Judi was approached, and she was you know, happy with it, and so we're forming a partnership, and we're going to run with it. And then Cotter High School is glad to be involved, and I'm a Cotter alumni, so that's kind of cool for me.
Yeah.
And a couple other people are Cotter alumni there in the trauma services, so we're all very excited to see how this goes.
We'll give people an idea of what happens. You talk about bringing in vehicles that were crashed, and you...
We have them fixed on the field. We'll be on there a couple of nights before. We'll have fire department volunteers that'll be gutting all the cars. We'll be crushing them together. And then on Wednesday, before the event on Friday, which is March the 30th at 9 a.m., the community's invited. Bring folding chairs, because either that or you're going to sit on the grass. We will be doing a walkthrough with all the emergency people and showing where the vehicles are going to come in. We have air evacs going to land. We have funeral cars that are going to have to come in. So we have a lot of motion on the field. We will have kids in those cars, and they will be covered as we, Flippin High School will join us and the community, and at 9 o'clock we'll make a live call to 911. We will be hooked up to all the connections of all the emergency people, so you'll be able to hear it over the air. They will announce that it's a training exercise, so it won't scare the community to death. And and the event begins. No one's allowed on that field except the emergency people coming in. It may take minutes for them to get to those kids, and so it's kind of dead silent. It's pretty eerie at first, and then they come in. We will have, I have an alleged drunk driver behind me. David has decided to be a stand-up guy and be my drunk driver, and he's gonna end up getting arrested and shackled, and we're gonna do a lot of things to him. And then I've got Hunter here. He's gonna put all the makeup on David, so he's one of my volunteers today. And Julie she's our SRO at the school, and she's tried for 2 years to bring this back to Cotter. So I'm real thankful for her, and she's helping me with all the kids as well. And so we're a pretty good team, pretty strong team right now, and we're going to be working with those kids that morning early on. The sheriff is going to come do makeup with us at 7 o'clock that morning.
When you say makeup, are you talking about actual blood?
We're going to do blood and stuff that looks like you've been in a car wreck. Okay. And tonight we're going to be rehearsing that. We've got the mortuary science girls coming over from the college that are going to help us with that to make it look real as to what happens when your body impacts something, you know, hits glass and is torn apart. But when we pull that tarp off, then everything, we have a sound team, we have a video team, and we will be recording everything with speakers so the audience can, and we'll have emergency people with microphones on. They'll be in the cars, so nobody can giggle and play, and I mean, it's as if it's really happening. And it takes about 45 minutes because I make everybody kind of slow down in their real job. And they'll cut them out of the cars. They'll body bag them. We'll body bag 3. We'll have parents identify those dead children. We'll have a dead father in one car. We'll have one air evac out. We will have 4 or 5 in ambulances. We'll have a funeral car and limousine that will come in and do that last piece. When it's over with, we will all gather on the field. But I mean, they're moving people through all that you have to do to rescue them or to care for them in any way or to cover them up if you determine they're deceased. And we try and keep it as close. We don't use the Grim Reaper. We try and keep it as true to form as we can, because this has become a training exercise now. we realized when we got into Mountain Home and it began to grow, and we kind of got better at it, got more technical, and added a lot of pieces to it that made you feel like it was real, made the kids feel like it was real. And so people are now getting credit for doing it in their different agencies.
I've seen these before and have talked to people after it's over with, and they don't realize the impact it's going to have on them, especially either the drunk driver or the people that may have passed away or injured.
What has impacted me already is thinking about these kids writing their own obituaries. I mean, I couldn't do that as a parent. I don't think that I could do that.
Yeah.
Last night I typed those up. One of the exercises, and I do several things with them, they have to, I send a letter home to parents telling them who I am and what I'm trying to do with their young people after the school has selected them, and Julie was instrumental in that selection. And then they come back to me. We had a big get-together at my house, and I said, your first assignment is, even though you may not be one of those that we kill in the crash, go home with your parents and write an obituary. And the first question is, why do I have to do that? I said, because if we lose you tonight for some reason, tell me who you are and what your life has been up to this moment. Young people really haven't had major losses like adults have. You know, maybe they've lost a grandparent or something, a special pet. But you can't talk to them in terms of, if you do this, you're going to die. So what I have to do is say, if we do lose you, tell me who you are. Tell me what your life was all about. And it connects them with that message that we're trying to get across. And so they all go home. It's painful for parents. It hurts. It's sad. When I typed it yesterday, I cried till I about made myself sick to watch what these voices had to say about who they are and that they are no longer. Because I said, when you're gone, you've impacted all those people you've listed on that sheet of paper. So it's not a single man deal or a single girl deal. When you have a wreck and you kill yourself or someone else, it's a domino effect, and you change everybody's world.
But the whole exercise is to push forward the premise that you shouldn't drink and drive.
I want to empower them. Not to drink and drive is an old slogan. What I want them to do, I've got good kids. I don't have high-risk kids in this group. I don't have kids that are troubled kids. And though you'd like to have those, I want them to be strong enough to say, I'm here if you need me, and I want to help. Because all of these kids that are in this event are going to be in a situation where people are going to be drinking and doing things that could cause this kind of hurt. I want them, as a result of being in this program, to be able to step up to the plate and say, you need me and I'm going to help. That's what I want them to learn how to do. And the thing I told the kids when they were at the house and we were getting to know each other that first night, I had watched thing on TV about the boy in Ohio where they had interviewed him because he had cared for the girl that was wounded, and they said, and he stayed behind, and they said, why didn't you run? Why'd you stay behind? And he said something so powerful, and the fact that he was so young, it impacted me, because he said, she was hurt, I helped her, it was just that simple. And I looked at my kids and I said, you've got fellow students that hurt in your school, and they need your help. I want you to go find them. And that's what this story's about.
We're out of time. I hate to say that, but let's tell people when this is going to be so they can attend.
It will be Friday, March the 30th at 9 o'clock behind Cotter High School and their practice field, and there will be police to direct traffic and community and show you where to sit. And I'm sorry I talked so much, because I wanted them. I wanted to recognize them more than anything. But it's a big program, and it's just got a lot in it. But thanks for letting us come and share it.
Thank you so much for being here. We'll get to talk about this some other time, or you'll be on. We'll invite you to come back on the show.
Tell us about it after it's over.
Yeah, that would be
cool. What did you learn?
Yeah,
awesome. A recap.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we'd like to thank everyone that's been on the show. I know the mayor was supposed to be here, but he had other things to do.
We couldn't fit him in.
Couldn't fit him in
Couldn't
anyway.
fit him in, Mayor.
You'll have to reschedule.
Yeah, you have to reschedule, Mayor.
But we had Joe Hansen and Tommy Hagan. They were on the show, and also Sharon Era.
And Travis Dozier.
Yes. And then
the gang.
The gang from The Last Dance.
Yeah, the gang from The Last Dance.
Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.